Hi, I'm Patrick Burke. This is the week 4 video lab exercise for the lymphatic system. Today is July 28th. Those areas that were asked to be discussed, the thymus, superior to the heart and attached to the heart, is the area where white blood cells, immature T cells, are then matured into mature T cells in that area. The spleen is over here, attached to the stomach, slightly behind it. The tonsils are lateral to the uvula, and the appendix is down on the right side in the lower abdomen, the right lower quadrant of the abdomen, and attached to the colon. The Peyer's patches are in the small intestine area and contain clumps of B cells surrounded by T cells and help to identify pathogens in the intestines for the adaptive immune system. The cervical lymph nodes are here in front of the ear, behind the ear, the base of the skull. They come down the neck on the sides, and usually we think of them as being just palpable here in times of illnesses of the head and neck when they're working overtime. The axillary lymph nodes are, of course, in the armpits, and to spend discussion on the flow of lymph. Now, lymph starts in the tissue level, and at the tissue level, we have fluid and white blood cells that have left the venous, they've left the arterial system, and they are now in the interstitial space. When the interstitial pressure is on the low side, the epithelial flaps are going to be closed. Endothelial flaps are going to be closed, and that's going to prevent flow of the fluid. But when the interstitial pressure is high, these endothelial cell flaps are going to open up. Fluid is going to be easily able to pass into this single cell thick walls of the lymphatic capillaries, which then are going to lead into the lymphatic vessels, and those are going to then drain into the lymphatic trunks, which are going to, depending upon where they are, they're going to be now on the right side of the body and above the diaphragm. They're going to drain into the right subclavian via the right lymphatic duct into the right subclavian, and thus return to circulation. On the left side of the body and below the diaphragm, now below the diaphragm specifically, we have the cisterna chyli, which is going to drain into the thoracic duct, and the thoracic duct is going to drain into the left subclavian, and that's the way the fluid's going to return to the circulation. So the fluid through the lymphatic system is one way, from the tissue in through the path I described to back into the bloodstream.